good to see you, and I'm really excited to share some healing, some spirit messages, some divine meditation. I'm going to be using something pretty unique today to decide on our meditation. So, first of all, I would like you to get yourself comfortable, find yourself a relaxing spot, and you can dress up or you can wear your pyjamas, whatever feels most comfortable. We're going to be playing with some sounds today, as well as our purposeful service. We're going to start off by doing you a really lovely cleanse. So, are you okay with me using some sage around you? Okay, good. So, before I show you what it is we're going to be using today, I'm going to cleanse, and then we're going to channel a meditative prayer to give some thanks, gratitude for the week that's passed, and to ask Spirit for that which we would like to receive in this coming week, whether that's healing or whether that's an intention, something you'd like to bring in more of, see less of, whatever that is for you. I always think it's better to just allow Spirit to come through instead of using like a pre-made meditation, because I think this way it becomes a little bit more personal, and sometimes it can just be, quite a funny thing to see what arises. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of sage. Just get ourselves in a clear headspace. Just going to clear your aura of anything that doesn't belong. Just gives you a bit of energetic allowance for new and positive things to enter in. It's so important to let go of things that we don't need, whether that's energy or belongings, people, past experiences, whatever that is for you. Okay, looking good, looking good. Okay, we'll put that to one side for now. Oh, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time and for yourself and for me to explore that healing. I think it's just nice to spend some time together and just connect to spirit, connect to ourselves, our feelings, and take a bit of time to practice some spiritual self-care. So I'd like to invite you just to join me in really cleansing deep breath. And while we just gently sit and relax the eyelids, you can leave them slightly open if you feel more comfortable, but I would invite you to close them if you can. And I am going to call down our angels, divine spirit. I'm going to invite the power of the violet fire, the angels of Saint Germain. I'm going to ask for the God, the Goddess, the divine light to join us in this beautiful shared timeline. All our ancestors and spirit guides are welcome at this table. And I'm going to open our prayer today by giving thanks for our existence on this incarnated plane this week, for allowing us to feel and to be present, for allowing us to connect and find purpose through our lived experience. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting us always, for shining your divine light full of love down on us at all times. Even in moments where we feel like no light is there, for allowing us to be part of the darkness so that we may know the light, so that we may feel both experiences fully. Thank you for allowing us to love, for allowing us to experience a lack of love so that we may know love in abundance. Thank you for the struggles that we've experienced this week, for the challenges, so that we may grow and evolve and transform and eventually ascend into the light. Thank you for the wisdom, for the guidance and unconditional support to our journey. Thank you for giving us that which we need in each moment, joy or sadness, because we know that it is for our greater and highest good. As gratitude, we offer our silence. We offer the frequencies of our heart space. And we offer our time as a shared collective connection, generating profound, powerful energy in order to surround us with healing and growth. Amen. Namaste. Blessed be. I always think it's so deliciously yummy to take that time to connect to spirit and to each other. And now, what a way to kick off a Sunday sermon, right? Okay, so 2 things that I want to show you. The first one is this book. This is called The Gentle Art of Blessing. We're going to ask Spirit to choose us some pages to read from today as part of our service. Again, I just think it's always nice to let Spirit choose because it takes the mind out of the equation and we're not overthinking anything. Trust in the Spirit that it knows what we need in the moment. So, this is the simple practice that will transform you and your world, and I think that's 100% accurate, because the act of blessing is up there with the highest of frequencies. Blessing is love, and love is the highest frequency that we are able to access as spirit, as beings, as humans. So I haven't finished reading this whole book, but it's kind of one of those books that you can pick up and put down, and you'll always take away something really beautiful and profound from it. So we'll come back to that in a second, but after we've done our reading, we're going to be using our sacred mirrors cards. These are all illustrated by Alex and Alison Gray. They are the founders of the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, and a lot of people probably recognise these guys from their artwork. They did, I think they did the Tool album cover, the metal band, but these guys are like on another level of creativity and connection. They have had a lot of experience with psychedelics and psychedelic therapy for healing, and their artwork is kind of a direct response and visual demonstration of their experiences. So I'll give you a quick taste of the cards inside. So I just think how great is the artwork. The first one that comes up here is Christ, and this is like all pixelated. This is such a beautifully designed gift box. So I'll take a few cards, and what you kind of like to meditate, I think, on each of the cards, so whichever one you pull. So again, I'm going to ask Spirit. I'm going to shuffle them, and we're going to ask Spirit to choose, and then whichever one it decides we need today, that's the one we're going to meditate on. So I'm going to put those back in there. Let's hit up a bit of blessing. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Okay. First page. Okay. This is really interesting. So, the first page we've come to, it's kind of in the middle of the story, but the words that I've just seen immediately is talking about integrity. So it says, finally, integrity is the twin of spiritual innocence. It is that quality of consciousness that enables you to look every morning into the mirror and say, I love what I behold, and say to thy brother, I saw thy face as the face of God. It is that pristine purity of being and motive from which spring all great endeavours, all powerful visions, all deep yearnings, all true blessing. So when winds and tempests howl, or the tempter whispers, compromise, or attempts to make us evade the challenges that we need to face to grow and stay awake, let us hold on, friend, whatever the cost, to that inner fount of true integrity, for it is life itself. However tough this may be, you will be the ultimate beneficiary, because we always reap what we sow. Wow. I find that so... wow. That's so beautiful to read. And I understand that our personal integrity is so important. Everything that we are, if if we can truly love ourselves and love our brothers and sisters as if, well, as they are God, as are we, then we'll only ever benefit from seeing that. Okay, I'm going to do one more from the book, and then we'll dive in to our cards. Okay, this is so much fun. Okay. Oh, Spirit. What do we need to hear now? That was quick. Okay. Oh, there's two quite beautiful little quotes in here, so let me choose. This one jumps out at me for very personal reasons, just because I like this word. Okay, you ready? The importance of nonsense hardly can be overstated. The more clearly we experience something as nonsense, the more clearly we are experiencing the boundaries of our own self-imposed cognitive structures. Nonsense is that which does not fit into the prearranged patterns which we have superimposed on reality. Oh my God, yes. There is no such thing as nonsense apart from a judgmental intellect which calls it that. Wow. Okay, hang on a minute. That's so important to recognise. There is no such thing as nonsense. And I heard, and I still hear that quite often, especially in the work that I do as an energy healer, and which nonsense is created. We superimpose it onto our own reality. Those things that we call weird, nonsensical, mumbo jumbo. We create the idea, the notion of those things because of our own constricted understanding of the world, the universe. So if ever you hear someone say that anything you do, any part of who you are, is nonsense, know that that is purely a demonstration of the limiting thoughts, beliefs of someone else, and does not form your reality, your magic, your powerful. Okay. Oh. Okay. We're going to, in fact, I'm going to take a couple of minutes because I think we could do with a little bit of cleansing for you. If it's okay with you, I'd like to send you some Reiki so that it'll deepen your meditation. Okay. fan these out, and I'm going to select a random card. Ask Spirit, do you help us to choose a card for our service today? Okay, we have chosen. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is interesting. This is the card that we've chosen. Hopefully you can see that. This is the nervous system. And this was originally drawn by Alex Gray in 1979. And there is a little, I don't know if you'd call it a poem or a written meditation, but this is what we're going to sit with and take into our being today. So I'd like you to just take a minute to absorb the imagery. Hoping you can see that. Okay. Now, I would like you to close your eyes and join me in a meditative reflection on our nervous system. Human brain, uncanny organ host of awareness, masterful coordinator of all perceptions and sensations, conscious and unconscious systems. Thou art control center of both, the retarded and the enlightened. How you create reality and dreams of realms to be, with a few pounds of flesh, is the greatest mystery. Will center, mental realm, thin fibrous threadwork, interweaving flesh and bone, neuro-electrochemical impulses throb through conduits of consciousness, an involuntary reflex triggers neuronal nets, snapping our muscles into play like whips cracking. Thought tunnels weave their own logic. You pull the strings, my brain and mind. Thou art responsible for how life is occurring. The reflection is on intelligence. One thing that really stands out to me from this piece of writing line which says, "Thou art responsible for how life is occurring." Absolutely correct. And I think that is something that is misunderstood sometimes, that we're creators of our experience. Everything that happens in life is neither good nor bad. We apply that thinking ourselves. We're responsible for everything that's happening in our lives, whether we believe that or not. And I hope that you're able to take away some of your own reflections around what's important to you. What you can take responsibility for today. What you would like to create for yourself this coming week. I would like to again say thank you so much for joining me in my sermon. I'm going to be doing these, I think, every Sunday now because I like doing it, and hopefully you like to watch it too, and just be part of something that I think just taking a little bit of time to connect, slow down, give thanks, honour ourselves, honour that space, and give ourselves a little bit of a judgment-free, self-loving, self-caring, spirit-filled time. And what better day to do that than Sunday on our day of rest. I am sending you so much love today into your week, and I can't wait to see you again next week for the second official Divine Sunday service.